Hello, everybody. This is just Julia today. It's definitely a different type of video than you're used to seeing in Sydney's bedroom. I'm going to be cooking right now, getting some stuff meal prepped while I'm talking to you guys. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, kind of a little update. Sydney had her baby, beautiful baby girl. Mom and baby are very healthy and they're home now. Without going too into detail about her story, because I'm going to leave that up to Sydney, it didn't go as planned as Sydney was hopeful that it would, but that is why she didn't have the expectations, and she just kind of knew, I had these intentions that I wanted to try to have it go a certain way, but I was going to release that expectations and know whatever happens is going to happen. The most important thing is I have a healthy baby and I'm healthy, and that she is. So I have not got to see her yet, or Sydney, so that's crazy to me because we're best friends and I'm so happy for her, but I was just a little under the weather and a little sick, so I didn't want to chance anything. So I'm waiting a little bit longer for that so I can make sure I'm all good before I see her and the baby. But Sydney's literally taking it like a champ. I mean, that's who she is. She literally makes things look so damn easy, and I don't know how she does it, but she does. She doesn't even try to. She's just a badass, and I'm lucky to know her. So, currently making onions, bell peppers, and apple and Gouda sausage or something? I don't know. Costco. So, that is what's on my agenda right now. I wanted to also just say one more thing. I listened to a podcast the other night. It was Mel Robins, I believe is her name. I will link it and tag it in the description box here when I'm done with the video. So she was talking about the signs you're in a relationship that you're with a compatible person or you're incompatible. And then she mentioned a few things. She mentioned the 80-20 rule. And then she mentioned the let them rule. So hopefully you guys might know what I'm talking about. If not, I'm going to share a little bit. And then if you want to, you're more than welcome to listen to the podcast. I can't multitask very well. So the 80-20 rule is essentially like you might have an 80% person that you're with that has all the things that you want, right? They are loyal, they're faithful, I wouldn't even say want, I would say that most people, desire that in a spouse. They're loyal, they're protective, they're faithful, they're trustworthy, they're going to do whatever it takes to keep you safe. They're just a provider, So people have that 80% nurturing man, woman, whatever it is, and then they long for that 20%, which is the little fluff stuff that you really can live without, but it's the shit you see on Instagram, that people literally are getting paid to post videos of their life. That's what they do for a living, and that's what you're comparing your relationship to. So I hope that makes sense. It's essentially like, oh, I wish my partner was more thoughtful. I wish my partner was more empathetic, or I wish they planned more dates. I wish they dressed like this instead of the way they dress now, or, just little things like that. And it's like, people tend to throw away an 80% person that has those qualities, that that they're going to stand by you when shit gets tough, that they're going to be loyal to you and not go outside of your marriage and your relationship, that they're going to always be someone that you can go to and confide in and keep you safe. And like, to me, that is like worth their weight in gold. But people long for that 20% and they lose sight of what they have in their relationship. So I think the podcast, even if you're in a relationship or not, I think is a really good listen, because it will either reaffirm that you're in a right relationship and maybe you need to change your priorities a little bit and appreciate the person that you have, or you might have to have some tough conversations and realize that maybe I'm not in the relationship that's serving me, and that's okay too. If that's where you're at, that's totally fine. Like, shit happens. Like, people go so long with being in a relationship that's not serving them because they just don't really know they don't realize that it's not serving them. So there's no shame in that. It just is what it is. But I'm just hopeful that one of you will listen to the podcast and it will resonate with you. And then she also mentioned the 80-20 rule, which I've always heard of that. Or no, I already mentioned that, sorry. The let them rule. And this is something I need to work on myself because I struggle with that. So the let them rule is let people show up how they want to show up, how they authentically are going to show up, and let them reveal how important you are to them. So if you aren't ever being invited out with your girlfriends or guy friends, whoever's listening, and instead of it's you always being the one that has to reach out to them and say like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? You know, you want to get together, you want to go out, get some drinks or whatever it is. If you're always the one having to do that, how about you just let them not reach out to you and see what happens? If you don't ever get reached out to and you're the only one that's doing the, like, putting in the effort, maybe that just kind of shows where you stand in that relationship. Or let your friends talk shit about you. You know, quit trying to control how they view you and how they see you, and let them. If they're going to show up and be like that, then that's going to give you more peace of mind. Actually, at the end of the day, it's going to give you more peace of mind and clarity that that's not your people. And it might not be a fun situation to figure that out, to have to let them, you know, but why would you want to continue being around people that truly don't care about you and they're not serving you? So it's that let them method. And then another way she mentioned it is essentially if you're in a relationship and say your partner wants to be more healthy and you're just not there, or it's vice versa, saying you're wanting to be more healthy, eat better, eat cleaner, work out more, move your body, not eat out any more fast food, but your partner's not on that wavelength as you. That's okay. That does not mean it's like the end of the world, you need to break up or something. That's, I mean, teach your own, I guess, but it's the let them movement, essentially, where you can say, you know what? I'm going to do what I know I need to do for myself. I should probably put this down. I need to do what I need to do for myself, which means I'm going to go take that 10-minute walk after I get done eating dinner because that's going to help regulate my blood sugar. That's going to help me digest my food that I just ate instead of sitting there on the couch like my spouse is. And I'm going to do that and show up for myself regardless of what they're doing. And hopefully they will see that I'm living authentically to what I need to do for me, and they're going to just kind of naturally hop on that wagon with you, because no one can sit there and say, unless they're just miserable of a person, no one can say, wow, like, you're doing what you need to do for you and you look great, you know, like whether that's losing weight or healthier, happier, fitting different in your clothes, like that's going to show up. Like if you show up for yourself, that's going to radiate to those around you, and they're not going to be able to have a choice but to jump on the wagon. And you know, if that's not the life they want to live, then that's not the life they want to live, and that's okay. I know like the working out is like kind of a little silly example, but that's like very easy to relate to because not every person in a relationship is on the same path of wanting to get healthier, and you have to kind of respect where someone else is at, because you can't make someone want to change. I mean, unfortunately, as easy as it would be to try to guilt someone into change and make petty passive-aggressive comments, like that's not going to serve you. It's not going to serve them. So if you just show up for yourself, do what you need to do for you, I guarantee you 90% of the relationship, they're going to start seeing it work in their life. Even like if you're more religious than the person that you're with and you want to try to get more into like a godly relationship, you can't force it down their throat, right? Because that's definitely going to lead them in the other direction. But if you just kind of read your Bible, do your daily devotions, do what you feel you need to do for you, your spouse is going to see, wow, the Lord's really working in her life, or she's treating me better, like she's treating the kids better. things seem to be just going smoother. Like, she's in a better mood. Like, maybe I should check this out. Like, and I'm not saying that it's always going to happen, because it's definitely not the case, but I just promise you, if you look at it like that, you'll be in a way better place than just, like, resentful to your spouse for not being that way. So anyways, that's that. I know this is a very different type of video, so I apologize. You're literally seeing me like this. Hopefully Sydney and I can get together. I don't want to say the next month because I don't want to put a timeline on her, but we'll see. We'll see how she's feeling. I'm sure she's going to want to kind of talk about her birth story and all that. Like I said, I don't even know details just because we're waiting until I get together with her in person. So hopefully that happens soon. But we appreciate all of you guys, and we hope you're having a great Saturday. It's pretty gloomy here in the Midwest, so hopefully wherever you're at, it's nicer than here. See ya.